1968, a famous engine for the diesel truck industry.
All right, folks, we're back up and running. Sorry about the delay. The wife I had her put up a post up there, but just to clarify what we're doing with the live stream, they're having a little bit of trouble with the safety kill on the sled with the operation of it. So they're just checking it, making sure things are working. I don't know if it's electrical or what. I didn't get down that far, but anyhow, yeah, just to put it out there that they're having a little setback there in time, and also I'm going to stream it. I'd love to give you everything, but I don't want to bore everybody sitting there either. You know, just waiting for it when it pops up. But I'm going to do it class by class. That way, when you go on Facebook, you can watch. If you want to watch 466, if you want to watch the diesels that are firing up now, your pro stock diesel pickups, you know, it gives you a little bit of something to go after to where you can look at this one now. I mean, hopefully she's on the camera, but you know, to where it changes it up to where you don't have to drag through everything and try to fast forward. Do it kind of segmented and see how you like it, and just give me some feedback and let me know.
And the Super Pro tractors run that fuel through that ice to cool it down before it enters that turbocharger, and that means more horsepower. This is about 1,500 horsepower class. Good luck to all of them. Here comes our first man out, Chris Mast of Old.
All right, first truck up is Mr. Chris Mast with the Skeeter control. Dodge with the Cummins. Same thing like 466s. Rev her up, get them turbos spinning, look for that fuel. Hey, poofy. Get a little heat in her. There you go, folks. First pro stock diesel getting down the track. Cut tire, C-Pex, whatever you want to call them. There's probably different brands, of course. But cut tire class, the amount of power that these suckers are putting onto that track, it is amazing in a quote-unquote pickup truck. And we're going to see if they're going to keep that setting, see if that's good to go or not, and go from there. Like I said, that was Chris Mast with the Skeeter control. And I'm pretty sure he just fixed the Skeeter problem down this way, so we're safe. If you can get it through the mic or not. Listen to that baby purr. Yep. All right, folks, so you saw Mr. Chris Mast going down the track with the Skeeter control, and standing next to me here is Mr. Chris Mast. Basically, what do you think of the bolt? What track do you think?
get a little things figured out for next time.
Well, it's the first event of the season, so we got a long season ahead of us. So it's a learning curve, but it's not necessarily it's a hit. You take the points, you go on to the next one, keep improving, and now we're going to keep moving up. So I said first one, you want to try to be in the middle to maintain, but I mean that was a good hook, but there's a lot of good iron. So, but
That's a good class.
but we'll be attacking you again. If you're heard of once, we're going to get you. So I thank you, sir. All right, folks, next up we got Mr. Andrew Grove with the Bad Timing truck. Well-known truck, strong runner. We're going to see what he can do down the track. He's in that same area, plus or minus, I do not know, but he's up in that pile. As I said, you know, Chris with the Skeeter control had a little bounce. There is a little bit there with the Bad Timing truck, but he was able to power his way through it. I mean, he didn't let up. He was going for broke. So we'll see if that's going to hold up. There is, I think, 6 or 7 in this class. One, two, I want to say 6, somewhere in that area. So that's truck number 2. See if it holds up. Got Mr. Andrew Grove with a Bad Timing truck. I figured I'd attack him. And tell you what, he went down, he put the power down, letting up. What a running truck. What was that run? We just talked to Chris Mast on it. What's your feelings?
The track's pretty good. It's a little drier than we like, a little hard, but I'm pretty pleased with the hook for the first one out of the year. Let's see what happens. We got, I guess, 3 more trucks here, and they're all tough.
Yeah, there's some iron out there, but I mean, you're definitely a strong runner. I mean, when you I don't know who don't your truck.
Found and stuff. It's a little hard with farming and everything, but try to make it work when we can. Almost didn't make it here today, but with the rain, we're able to go. We're trying to get corn planted and stuff.
That's
run for the points and make all these events happen.
Well, I tell you, it's a good start. I mean, we'll see if it holds up or not, but definitely a good start to the season.
Yeah, thank you.
So, thank you. All right, folks, next truck up, Living on the Edge, another Dodge with the Cummins. I wouldn't say a 5.9 because I don't think they are anymore. He's up in that pile, but I don't know. I can't say whether or not. I don't have that information, but I mean, they're stacking them up. Sled's doing its job, and they're getting down the track. It's like Andrew just said, I mean, a harder track, and these guys are definitely, you can see their front tires, they are definitely squatting. They got low air pressure. I want to say they're probably running 5, 6, well, maybe 10 with the weight of these diesels. They have got some squatting in front tires, but I mean, they're putting it down. The track is taking the power, so it is really looking good, looking real good. line. I'm a Chevy guy, this is a Ford, but I tell you what, I watch this truck. This man has come up and keeps building and building, and I mean, he is up in the mix. And he's one of them competitors, when he shows up, something's coming. He took the win at the Keystone Nationals at Harrisburg, PA, and he is back into the sled now to start the points season off with his truck he names Chapter 11. That Mr. Norman Newswanger, if I said that right, I'm horrible with names, but but his Cummins-powered Ford, of course, most of them are, but he is definitely up there with all these guys. I mean, it's amazing what this man's done, stepped up at. I mean, this truck, he's got some good stuff there. Again, first event of the season, so anything can happen. But I said it is a Ford truck that I am definitely paying attention to. And next two trucks coming up after him, you got Mr. Barter and Mr. Zimmerman yet to pull. And Mr. Kervin Zimmerman's going to be on street DOT style tires, so we're going to see how they do on this harder of a track compared to the cut tire. And see if he can make something happen that maybe he knows something we don't know. Roller is off the track. Green light is flashing on the sled. Wait for Mr. Grove. D's got the go-ahead. Build that boost. Here we go. I tell you what, folks, I mean, I hope my wife was on that camera. I don't know what she's doing. She was just shaking, so I hope this is out there. I'm pretty sure he is up there in the lead. Don't put that in stone. Don't chisel it. But I tell you what, he just laid down a pass, bounced a little bit, but he didn't let up. What a phenomenal run. Norman Newswanger with the Chapter 11 Cummins-powered Ford. All right, folks, Mr. James Barter coming up next. Barter Diesel Service, if I got that right. It's another Cummins-powered Ford. I hope everything's coming through. Everybody's starting the live streaming on their phones, killing my service. So I'm hoping this plays through, plays good. I'm actually looking up there, and all I see is people holding phones. So we're going to die out on the service. Like I said, I wanted my independent service, but it got a little tougher to try to get that. Something wasn't going right, so we're going to make do with what we got and hope it happens. So, and I mean, the diesel pickup class is a very exciting class. It's very, very watched. I mean, people follow this really hard, and everybody's going to be streaming. So bear with us, folks, but Mr. Barter, he's looking for black smoke right now. Oh, he tried putting it down. I mean, he was in her hard, but he coming up a little bit short for some of the other trucks. Not sure exactly where he's going to fall, but definitely a decent run. She's still together. We can put her back on the trailer and fight another day. Healthy running trucks, if you want to call these things a pickup truck anymore. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Class for Pro Stock Diesel Pickups with Mr. Kervin Zimmerman, the overdose Dodge again. It sounds like a broken record. And he's running DOT tires, so we're going to see if he can put some power down on his track or not. It might be the way to go. We don't know yet. He's the only one in the class to do it today. Track crew hard at work getting the divots put back in. Repair your divots before the next tee off, for those who golf. Green lights are on the sled, green light on the track. Kervin Zimmerman looking for smoke, laying her down. Whoop, whoop. Made too tall of a gear. You have to take one down a notch. Either that or like the famous Oz Armin from the Buck always says, don't worry about dropping that gear. You just let her come up a little bit more and just slide your clutch off, slide your foot off of that clutch. So that's a quote from the late Oz, and he said it better than I can. So do not give me credit for that. That is not mine, and I do not do it as good as he did. They're bringing them back, and we're going to give this one last shot. Each puller does have 2 attempts, as long as you don't cross that 100-foot line. So if something goes wrong before that 100-foot, you can shut her down, bring her back up for a second shot, but your second shot is it. So what happens here is what's going in the record books for Fishersville, Virginia. Round 2 for Kervin Zimmerman and Overdose. Now we're eating. He's going on that left side. Say he might, maybe a little underpowered, I'm not sure. I mean, I think he's got that truck dialed in, I mean, pretty good. I mean, he is running a whole different tire package. I mean, I'm not going to take nothing away from him. I mean, he's like me fighting with the big boys, and he's coming up, putting a lot into that truck. And if you could see it, I mean, he's got that thing ladder barred up. Well, I won't even say ladder bar. It's a truss rear to the frame, and I tell you, the flex that was between the bed and the cab on that hook with a truss frame was like my truck without a truss frame. I mean, the amount of power that he is putting down, I mean, it tells me that truck is hooking. Little sound bite for you there. I mean, he's definitely coming up. I mean, it's a truck to be watching because I think he's going to start pulling up through the ranks, and he is one to look at. So we're going to call it good on this class here for the Pro Stock Diesel pickups, and we're going to come back to you with the Pro Stock, Super Stock tractors. In part way, you're not going to have to listen to me anymore. I got to go get my truck ready and get in class because we are the 4th class, and I'm going to try to run back and yap a little bit for our last class with our Pro Stock semi trucks, limited Pro Stock semis. So a few minutes, we're going to switch some weight around, make sure things are going. We'll be back at it again. So stay tuned for our next segment from Spinnin' and Grinnin' off the Pulling Radio Network.